Hi everyone, this is Abel. Today we're going to talk about the SPSFC, which is a competition about science fiction, self-published science fiction books. This competition was inspired by the self-published fantasy blog Off, which has been running for a couple of years. I think that this one is the 8th years or 9th. You're free to correct me. But the self-published science fiction competition, the one we are talking about today, has been running for 3 years. So today we're going to explain how does it works, the books I've picked, and how you may join, and all the books you could enjoy. So how does it works? There are 3 stages: the slush pile, semi-final, and finals. There are many different judges, booktubers, bloggers, reviewers. They've been selected to read 20 to 30 books each groups, and they will choose the book they prefer, and the selection goes on until a small batch of book remains that has to be read from all the judges, and then there will be the winner. So yeah, I'm going to call it the competition because my brain stops braining when I try to spell the acronym properly. But actually the very good thing about this competition is that we have the chance to read and to see and to hear about many books that will be otherwise maybe flying under the radar. So it's a very good chance to give a very good look to how self-published authors are moving about science fiction, space opera, techno thrillers, and all the other subgenre in science fiction. So I'm very excited about this. So now we're going to talk about the books I've picked, and I'm going to explain you where to find all of those books, all the books which have been selected for the initial stage of this competition. I've heard about this competition for the first time on Twitter. It was Hugh Howey, the author of the Silo trilogy. By the way, if you're not watching the Silo TV show on Apple TV Plus, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Go and watch that TV show. It's amazing. It's the best book to TV adaptation since The Expanse, probably. So that was a little bit of a tangent, but he announced the creation of this competition. So if you go and follow the SPSFC 3 competition on Twitter, you'll find a pinned tweet on the main page of that profile that it's linked to a Amazon wishlist that lists all the books which have been selected for the initial stage of the competition, and I'm going to link that Amazon wishlist on the description box. Go check it out. Now I'm going to show you the books I've picked from that list. I got a little bit greedy about this. I've selected 11 books with 2 honorable mentions. Those are 2 books I have been talking about in my previous video, which I'll be linking in the cards or in the description box. I'm still trying to figure out how to use this YouTube stuff and all my resources, but anyway, 11 books, so let's jump right in. The first one is Eclipse, first book in a series which has been called Fractured Orbit, book 1. The surname of this author is impossible to pronounce for me. I'm going to call it Herman. Herman, please forgive me, and please explain me how to pronounce it correctly. But the book has 2 perspectives. It's a space opera. It follows Django and Mika. Django is a young man that loses everything he owns and everyone he loves, and he's going to follow a track of clues to try and understand what happens and discover the truth. The other one is Mika, a former space pirate, which has to deal with something obscure about her past, and she's going to face new challenges with a new group of people she's going to meet in the books. Those 2 characters are going to meet and intertwine, and together they're going to discover a very ominous truth. So this book has been described as a mix from Red Rising, Star Trek, and Firefly, and I'm ready. I'm really ready. So Herman, forgive me about the surname, but the book sounds amazing. The End of God by Yuval Kordov, a science fiction novel set in a bleak future. We follow Esther, which is part of a religious group that somehow controls machines, and it looks like something is going on, really dark is going on in her world, and it could be that she's been selected to be the messiah of this world. Another perspective is from an AI, which seems to be benevolent, trying to help people, and there's a group of scavengers that maybe hold the truth about the origins of this world, maybe the truth about how to solve the problems of this world. So, The End of God seems to be a story about family, about history, about war, and it is a very interesting mix between exploration about religion, and politics, and power struggles. So I'm very eager to see how the author intertwines all of this kind of thematics in the setting of the book, and I will surely tell you about my first impressions. Third one is Down, Below, Beyond by T.A. Bruno. You know I love this author. I've selected another book from his previous trilogy, the Song of Camarilla trilogy, and I've mentioned it in my Space Opera September video. I'm linking it here, maybe in the description box down there too. But this one is a completely new story, completely new characters, and it looks like to be a little more light-hearted, a swashbuckling adventure, and it's about this. The protagonist is Livort Atra. He's a prospector, and while he's scavenging his planet, he finds a spaceship, and of course he claims it. And this is going to change his life. It looks like a very fun read, and the way Bruno is describing the books, all the illustration he's publishing, he's posting on Instagram, which will be printed on the books, they're all amazing. It looks like it's something that it's perfect for animation too. So let's go, let's try and see how it is, but I'm pretty sure it will be amazing. Number 4 is Rays of Polaris by Michele Amitrani. This is a sci-fi techno thriller about a secret project that could save or destroy humanity. It follows 3 characters, a journalist, an astrophysicist, and a space shuttle pilot. Those 3 stories, those 3 characters are connected by a secret war between 2 factions. One wants to exploit Earth resources, another one is trying to control the internet, and it looks like that all those overlapping struggles and conflict will all merge during the plot of this huge, chunky novel. I'm very excited to read about this too. Number 5 is Replacement by Jordan Rivet. This is about a clone. This clone is called Jane, and she's been hired by the father of a boy to replace another clone which was created and comes from the same production batch when Jane was created. And just saying those words, production batch, about a living being which is sentient and has heart and feelings and all the rest, is very eerie and very creepy. But Jane has to impersonate another clone. But when she discovers that the other clone she's playing, she was murdered, and then she could be at risk, and she could be the next victim, everything becomes extremely dangerous. I have to say that the premise from this book, it really sounds intriguing, and I hope it lives up to the expectation I'm building up for it. Number 6 is Revolution by James Fox, a space opera about a general involved in an investigation for a murder, and it looks like relationships between Mars and Earth are not good, and that if he doesn't solve this case, if he doesn't uncover who did the murder and what's going on behind scenes, those relationships could become even worse, and it will go full war. This is very interesting because the cover is amazing, and it kind of reminds me of The Expanse. You know, I love The Expanse, the books and the TV show, so I'm ready for this. So those are the first 6 books. I realize 11 are too much to pack everything inside a single video, aside those two honorable mentions I told you about before. So let's cut it here. I'll publish another one pretty soon. If you like science fiction, if you like fantasy, and if you want to know more about the SPSFC, I've been able to say it all at once without stumbling, follow this channel, do all the usual YouTube chats, consider subscribing, click the like button, maybe share this video with your friends if they're interested in science fiction and fantasy books, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!